Good morning and welcome to the Countryside YMCA TV show. I'm Matt Bruns. Glad to have you here today. We've got a beautiful day out, so we've decided to come here to our outside pool. We've got the YMCA in the background, and we're going to be talking about our competitive swim team today. So glad you could join us. Hope you enjoy learning about our team here and all the things that happen out here at the Y and the outside pool. So I'm joined today by Jason Roberts, who is our Director of Competitive Swimming here at the Y. So I'll let Jason get to talking about some of the things that are happening out here, things that have been going on, and we've got some exciting things coming up as well. So Jason, I'll let you go ahead and kind of tell us about yourself, how long you've been with the Y, why you like being part of this group, and why you find coaching so rewarding.
Okay. So I've been here with the YMCA for 4 years now. Actually just celebrated the 4th year back on July 10th. We just finished up our championship meet for the local league here in Cincinnati, where we won the championship again for about the 10th year in a row.
Awesome.
It was a pretty exciting meet for us. When I came here to the Y 4 years ago, I've actually been in the sport for about 25 years, and my career actually started in the YMCA. So coming back to the YMCA was actually a really exciting thing for me. 4 years I've been here, I've really enjoyed it. Got an unbelievable staff here, unbelievable coaching staff here at the Y as well too. But just the support that we get from the YMCA with our competitive swim team.
That's great. It's always good to hear you talk about your staff and the fact that they're helping make this team so successful, and I'm sure that's part of it being rewarding for you. And I know we're joined today with a person that's been in the program for about 30 years. Is that right?
Pretty close.
All right, we're getting close.
There.
So
Yes.
Bob Hiller is also with us today. We're out here at the pool, and Bob Hiller has joined us. Bob has been with the program for about 28, 29 years, so we're getting close to 30 years.
Yeah.
He's had some sons come through the program, but has been involved with the program for a long time. So Bob, welcome. We appreciate you joining us. I guess I would just ask you, why have you been with the program for so long? Someone's been around that long, you've got to have some heart and passion into it, but I'll let you explain it as to why you've been part of this program for so long.
Well, I've been involved with swimming for a long time myself. Swam when I was a little kid, swam through high school, swam in college, swam masters. My wife and I joined the Y. It's a great Y. And my sons, all born in the 80s, went through the program. All three of them, 3 boys. And the Y is just very supportive of the team. And I get a lot of enjoyment from volunteering, and it's rewarding, and it's great to see the kids come through. And now, some of the kids I've coached are gone on and got married and had kids, and it's just fun.
Watch them go through life as a whole, right?
Definitely.
Well, that's great. I'm sure you're doing a wonderful job because we've got so much success stories coming through the Y and the kids that have come through here. But I do know from talking to Jason, you've got a lot of kind of rich history in the sport of swimming yourself. Just experiences you've had, people you've got to work with. Is that correct?
Yeah, I swam in Indiana, and at the time I went there, Mark Spitz was a year ahead of me.
Nice.
The coach was a coach named Doc Countsman. He's passed away since. He'd actually be 100 if he was still alive.
Wow.
But our team did really well back then in the late 60s and early 70s. And Indiana's still a good team, a very good team now. But I've had an opportunity to be around some great swimmers. And here at the Y, we've had some great swimmers too. And it's nice to be just a little small part of that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. We're so thankful to have you here and part of the team and part of all the success that's happened here. Jason, you said 10 years in a row, champs?
Just about. I'd have to double check that, but yeah, it's been quite a while now.
That's
that
awesome.
We've been winning the long course championships.
That's awesome. That's great. So I guess, Bob, before we let you go here, let me ask you, what is it about swimming that you enjoy over maybe some of the other sports that I know your kids have played, soccer and done different things, but what is it about swimming that kind of touches your heart and makes you want to spend? I mean, let's face it, one of the most valuable resources we have is our own time. And for you to give your time out here as a volunteer coach for almost 3 decades, what is it about the program of swimming that really makes it touch your heart like that?
Well, I guess because my personal background is in swimming, I understand it. I know what the kids are going through when they're trying to set goals and trying to achieve them. And I have to say, between the parents and the kids and the other coaches, especially Jason as the head coach, they tell me they appreciate my help, and that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
So I enjoy it, and I keep coming.
That's great. That's great. We appreciate it. Thank you for joining us out here today, and keep up the
Matt.
good work. We appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you. So, Jason, we got, 10 years in a row?
10 years.
So coming in close to that, and we've got obviously some great talent coming through. But on top of talent that comes through, what else is it that makes Countryside YMCA competitive swim team be at a level that, if I'm saying it right, is kind of above the rest out there?
So, being in the sport now for about 25 years, one of the things that I've noticed here at the YMCA is we are definitely a closer knit program. The kids really enjoy being with each other. They work off of each other hard every day in practice, and our older kids are definitely the role models to our younger kids. And sometimes I know that's hard for the older kids to understand, but the little kids, they're definitely looking up to them and they want to be that person. So it's very nice to see that, and I think that bodes well for our success. Is because when one swimmer has success, they all have success, and they all embrace the success for each other.
Yeah, that's great, and you can certainly see that in all elements of life, but there's success breeds more success, right?
Correct.
So that's great that you guys have that. We've got some of your swimmers joining us today, right?
Yes.
Before we get there, let me ask you, just trying to fill in some gaps that I have myself, and I'm sure the viewers do too, like how many kids are on the swim team?
We have about 210 kids in our program right now. That's pretty close to what we can manage here to make sure we're getting the great training environment that we need here. So it's a nice sized program. There are teams out there in the country that have 2,000, 3,000 kids in their program, and there's teams out there that have 15 to 20 kids on their team. So we're kind of what we're considered one of the medium-sized type programs out there. And that's ranging from 6 years to 18. We do have quite a few of our college kids that come back and visit every once in a while to get
That's
some
a good
training.
sign.
That's a really good sign. Exactly.
Well, that's good. And how many coaches do you have on staff?
We have 13 coaches on staff currently right now.
Okay. And then are there seasons where the numbers go up or the numbers go down? Is winter or summertime out here, does any of those fluctuate the number of participants you have in the program?
So we're considered a year-round program. When you join the team, you join for the year. You don't join necessarily in some places that you join for the seasons.
Right.
We do a year thing. So in the summertime, we do tend to have a couple kids, younger kids, 6 to 10-year-olds that might just go swim for their local swim team during the summertime because parents are going on vacations and things like that. But everybody that's on the roster has a place throughout the entire year. So summertime, we're probably only about 190, so it's not like we lose a ton of kids in the program. Our program's pretty spread out pretty equally. Just this past championship meet, our guys and girls actually scored within 20 points of each other. So
nice.
to combine the score up. So, and we were by far the best when it came to that. So to have success on both guys and girls is really a neat thing to see.
That's great. That's great. And then obviously behind us is the pool. So you guys are out here, 3 months out of the season or longer?
We get out here usually June 1st. So we're in here June, July, and part of August. We'd love to be out here a little bit more. Especially with weather like today.
Exactly. This is beautiful.
So,
I'm like, I wish this was my job all the time. I can move my
Exactly.
office outside. This has been great. So I know you've got a few swimmers joining us today.
Yes.
Right? So they just got done swimming this morning?
Yeah, so we're in our tune-up phase. We're getting ready to head down to St. Pete's, Florida. We leave on Sunday, and we'll be down there until the following Sunday. It's a national/international type meet. There will actually be some teams from out of the United States there as well. It's a very highly competitive meet. We've got 26 swimmers, 13 and over, going down there. The following week, we'll actually send 21 14 and unders to another meet down there as well. So myself and our head age group coach will actually be down there for 2 weeks. So a lot of time in the sun for us down there.
Yeah.
But it'll be definitely not a vacation, but definitely a work trip here. We're looking forward to a really great meet. We went down here 2 years ago. This year, we've even got a younger team than we took 2 years ago. But we are definitely seated and picked to finish a lot better than we did 2 years ago.
That's awesome. That's great. Looks like some neat times ahead for you, and I'm sure some busy times. I'm
Absolutely.
sure it'll go by fast because you'll be busy down there, but try and take some time and enjoy that because that'll be a cool experience. So, all right, we're going to get to one of our first swimmers that have joined us here today. Jason, you want to introduce her?
Absolutely. So an up-and-coming senior this year name's Jackie Cunningham. Jackie is a breaststroke specialist. She loves the breaststroke events. She has come from being a kind of a more local type good swimmer to being definitely more now getting on the national scene with her breaststrokes. So we're looking forward to this upcoming season with her recruitment and going off to swimming college. Excellent student athlete. So the college she goes to, they're going to be very, very fortunate to have her.
That's great. That's great. All right, Jackie, good to have you here. Appreciate you being part of our interview here this morning, being part of our team here at the Torpedoes and representing the Countryside YMCA. So let me kind of ask you how long you've been swimming and why you get into the breaststroke. That's your claim to fame, right? So why you like that stroke the best?
Yeah, so I've been swimming really since I was about 9 or 10, and I was just on like my local summer team, and then I really liked it, so I started swimming club. And I went across a couple different clubs, but I came here at CY starting my sophomore year of high school, and I've just noticed a lot of success, and I've had a lot of fun. All the people here are great, and I really enjoy it. I would say the reason why I chose breaststroke, or I've excelled at it the most, is probably it's a lot more technical, I feel like, than the other strokes, and I like structure. I'm a pretty organized person in general, right. And so being able to find that pace and just really get into it, I think it's the most fun. Also, you get to breathe every stroke, which is kind of nice, so you don't have to hold your breath as much.
Yeah, it's good to be able to breathe, right? We've
Yeah.
got to be able to do that. So that's great. So I'm glad to hear you're a student athlete. You excel in the classroom and out here at the pool, so good for you. You looking forward to next week?
Yeah, I'm really excited. We've been working hard all season, and now, like Jason has been saying, it's all about the mind game now and really just getting focused and getting mentally prepared, rehearsing our races, and just getting ready to swim fast.
Okay, so I was just going to ask, how do you get mentally prepared to go swim next week? You kind of visualize in your head, is that what you were just saying?
Yeah, there's a lot of visualization. Also, a lot of what we're doing in the water is helping. We do a lot of pace work, and even the set that we did today, we did a 200, 100, and then a 50, but they were all out race speed. And so, but we also weren't seeing our times. So being able to know like how you feel in the water and feeling that speed without the pressure of knowing the time really helps visualize your races.
That's great. Well, good luck with everything. Again, appreciate you joining us today, and good luck with your recruitment coming up after this. So thank you.
Cool. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, Jason, I know we've got another swimmer joining us this morning, so I'll let you go ahead and introduce him.
Okay, well, we always call him just Lemur. We call him by his last name all the time. He's actually got a little brother in the group as well, too. So, it kind of makes it even harder because they both look at us at the same time. But this is Aiden Lemur. Aiden is also an up-and-coming senior this year. Aiden has been one that has exploded onto the scene, both locally and nationally as well. He's going down to this meet, being a top 10 seed in the meet. And some events that have over 200 plus swimmers in the event. So very, very exciting to watch that for him. He too is in the process of recruitment. It adds a little stress, but he handles it very well, and it's going to be exciting to open those doors up quite a bit after this next week.
Yep. So Jason, when you talk about recruitment, are there recruiters at the meets next week?
So generally, there tends to be some assistant coaches that come to these type of meets and everything. COVID has kind of stopped that a little bit. A lot of the universities aren't letting coaches go out and recruit a whole lot. So it's added a huge, new change to the way things are going on. But with our sport now, live streaming has become a huge thing. Meet results show up on your phone if you want. So these colleges are seeing the times and everything that they need to see sitting at home on their couch.
Yeah, so outside of times, what are college coaches looking for?
Definitely the student athlete. And in swimming, there's 9.9 scholarships for boys on the entire team. So in order to field a perfect team, a contending team, those 9.9 scholarships get divided up. So it's not like football where you get 85 or 80 to 85 full rides.
Right.
Swimming, it's all, so, I've heard of swimmers getting 3% athletic But when it comes down to the academics, which swimming tends to be one of the top academic sports in college, kids get a lot of money through those academic successes as well. So,
Great. All right, we'll get over here to Aiden and get to talking about him. I'm going to call you Aiden. I'm not going to call you Lemur because I don't want your brother answering for you. I've got a brother. If he was answering my questions for me, it probably wouldn't work out too good for me. So I'll call you Aiden. So Aiden, when did you get into swimming? How long you been doing it, and kind of why do you like it? How about that?
I got into swimming when I was 8 years old for my local team, the Glennon Stingrays, and I've been swimming for just about 9 years now. I've been taking swim lessons ever since I was 4 years old. My parents got me into that, and I've enjoyed the sport ever since. It's an individual sport in the sense that you compete for yourself, but the teammates really drive you through practice. I don't think I'd be here today if I didn't have teammates that I could train with. They help you through practice when you're not having a good day. They encourage you when you're having a good day. They're always there for you, and it's just great to have teammates that support you, which really keeps me in the sport.
That's awesome. So you said your parents got you into swimming years back, right?
Yeah.
Did either one of them swim?
No, my dad played basketball for Mason,
Okay.
and my mom didn't compete in any sports.
Okay.
So, no.
Gotcha. So you ended up kind of the first one getting into the swimming scene, right? All right, so you looking forward to next week?
For sure. I've worked really hard, I think, over the past almost a year pretty much. I've never stopped training. I think I'm going to get some really fast times this year,
Nice.
this meet, for sure.
Good. You all ready? And like we talked about with Jackie, obviously there's mental preparation for next week too?
Yeah, I've visualized a lot of my races. I got some big goals. I want to get some team records at this meet,
Great.
my first ever individual team records. And I think I got a shot to do some really special things now at this meet.
Awesome. Love it. Like hearing that. That's great. Got some couple of neat weeks coming up then. Well, good. Well, good luck with everything happening, and certainly next couple of weeks, and then after that with your recruitment as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Jason, we've got one more swimmer going to join us this morning. Is that right?
that's right. It's the guy with the hair. We've always joked about his hair. It's Kevin Glennon. Kevin is an up-and-coming senior as well. He is actually one that just actually committed to swimming college a couple days ago. He'll be attending the University of Kentucky, where he'll be joining his former teammate Leah Luckett, who went through her freshman year this past year down there. Kentucky is one of the top programs out there in the country. They do an amazing job. Their women just won the SEC for the first time ever this past year, and the class that Kevin's got going in with is probably one of the best recruiting classes UK's ever had on the men's side. So Kevin, very similar to Aiden, they both are butterfly type specialists. They both like to swim all the other events as well. They're very accomplished individual medley swimmers as well too. So they're very versatile when they head off out of here.
That's great. So let me get over here to Kevin. Congratulations first on choosing and being chosen by them to get to go to Kentucky. That's awesome.
Thank you. It's been a really long experience. It started back in June, June 15th is when the recruiting opens up for my class.
Okay.
So it's just been talking with different colleges, trying to see who I fit with, and what feels most natural to me. So I'm just happy to finally make the decision.
Good. How many visits did you get to go down to and kind of see in hand what their program is like and the campus is like, and did COVID affect that at all?
Well, I went to Kentucky once back in June, the end of June.
Okay.
I went on an official visit, and that's just when I get to spend the time with the team down there for a weekend and just see how their practice runs and just see how they are with each other in the day-to-day life. But I went on 2 other visits before then to Georgia and to Arizona State.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you said that Kentucky just ended up having the best feel for you? Kind of felt like that was your spot, right?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, and then I know Coach said that butterfly is your main event. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry, I'm getting used to the passing back and forth. So I just wanted to know how you got into the butterfly, because that's one of the harder ones, right?
Yeah, I think that it's just when I started, it just felt the most natural to me, and I felt since it was the hardest stroke that people what I think of it's the hardest stroke. It just made me feel more motivated to excel at that stroke. Yeah.
That's awesome. Good for you. So you are going down next week, right? Next 2 weeks?
Yeah, I'm going down. I'm not actually competing. I'm injured right now, but I'll be just there supporting the team, just trying to make sure everyone goes fast.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I know you guys, all 3 of you, have talked about what the teammates mean to each other, and that's a great sign of good leadership, and I'm glad you guys are being leaders to certainly the younger groups that are in the pool swimming. And Jason is for sure correct when saying like the younger ones look up to you guys. Having you guys on the show, all three of you guys are great. I mean, communication, you guys, to hear you guys are doing well in school, you're going on to college to compete. I mean, certainly it takes a lot of time and effort and commitment to do that. So congratulations to all three of you guys. It's great that these kids have people like you guys to look up to. So congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Good luck to everything. Thank you. All right, Jason, you've done well. I mean, we've got some neat kids here. I mean, I'm glad to hear they do awesome in the pool, but to have them here, I'm trying to think when I was their age, I doubt I was able to communicate and be as mature as they were out here. So, I mean, that's awesome. Good for them. These guys are great. But what else you want to talk about before we wrap things up here today? And anything else for the Torpedoes or things that you would want people to know that are upcoming past the next couple weeks in Florida?
Yeah, so, one of the big things that we've got going on is we've got tryouts coming up. And those will begin at the beginning of August. We will have, spots as kids rotate out. Mm-hmm. We have new spots coming in. So we're definitely looking for the new regime, I guess I would say, to come in, starting out at the younger ages and everything, where these guys all started out at, as they all said, around 6 to 9 years of age is when they started out. So it is a career sport here. And, I think that we've got an unbelievable coaching staff here, a lot of experience. These guys could tell you, too, starting out in the program with Coach Sue and Coach Amy, our 8 and under coaches, just getting them to love the sport. Yeah. And then they feed into, our 9 and 10 coaches with Coach Pete and Coach Julie that, they do an amazing job just getting them to continue that love. As they get into the 11 and 12s, we've got Coach Nancy, Coach Faith, and a bunch of other coaches that help out with that group. They take that love and they start getting the bite to, how fast can we be? So, and then once they get to 13 and over in the coaching staff, they do, Coach Brandon Voorhees, is our head age group coach, young coach, does an amazing job. He is definitely what I call a lifer in the sport. He just eats, sleeps, and drinks swimming all the time. So to have that kind of coaching staff with Bob and Jim at the upper levels with all the experience that they've had as well, too, it's a lot of fun. Being here and being a part of this staff, and I think that is one of the reasons why we have the success that we have. Currently, we're ranked 11th in all YMCA's in the United States right now. So I think this next 2 weeks, we're going to definitely move up into the top 10.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that'll be a lot of fun. We were actually just looking into that this morning. So it was like, what are we? Maybe top 25, and then when we saw 11th, that was pretty exciting for us.
That's great.
That's great. So much fast swimming still to go this season.
That's awesome, and I certainly appreciate you sharing, being out here today. I've got to learn about the program. I got to be outside my office, so that's also good. It's good to be out here. But, it's great that, obviously it's clear that you and your staff are awesome because you got, some great kids and swimmers coming up through. Certainly you guys can take a lot of pride in them. And like I said, certainly great for the younger kids to be able to look up to that. And, they're setting the bar pretty high. So that's pretty awesome. Definitely. And then get other people to kind of, like you said, get the bite, right? Get them thinking, how fast can I go? How more can I add to the program and keep things moving forward?
Exactly.
So that's awesome. So congratulations on everything you're doing. We look forward to having you back so we can talk about how the last couple of weeks were and where the program is. But thank you so much for the time today, and good luck with everything.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Jason. All right, so that wraps up our show today. Again, Matt Bruns with the Countryside YMCA, and we're out here at the pool. So, it's a good day. If you want to come out when the weather's good, please join us out here at the Y. We'd love to see you out here. But until we see you again, thank you and take care.